Okay, well, welcome everyone to this call. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Krista. I am joining you from beautiful Victoria, British Columbia on the west coast of Canada. I am joined by my sister Heather. She's on the far other coast in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and we are excited to be here with you today. So, we're going to be talking about a business opportunity with a company called MWR Life. It stands for Making Wishes Real, and it involves sharing a digital travel club membership. So that's the basis of what we're going to talk about today. This concept is very fresh, it's innovative, and it's with a company that's been operating very successfully in Europe for almost 10 years now. And what Heather and I loved about this particular product, the Digital Travel Club app that's actually powered by AI, is that it's marketed by brand ambassadors like ourselves using the social selling business model. And we absolutely love that business model. So let me tell you just a little bit about our background before we get into some of the reasons that we said yes. So Heather and I both graduated with marketing degrees from university. We have worked corporately. We've been involved in startups. We've had franchise businesses, and we've also previously built a global six-figure business in the network marketing space on the product side. So we have over 20 years of experience in the industry, and we absolutely love this industry for so many reasons. But I'm sure you guys can agree that sometimes businesses or even just opportunities as a whole, they cross your path at a time when you're least expected. And that's exactly what happened with Heather and I with MWR Life. I can't say that a year ago we were looking for a new business opportunity. It very organically crossed our path. We were involved in lots of different things. And when it did, it just really grew, kind of grabbed our attention. It kept grabbing our attention, in fact, so much that we decided to really investigate it. Now, a year ago, MWR Life was not officially in North America. This is a new market for us. So we were fortunate enough to have been invited by the company's CEO. His name is Yoni. He flew us into Fort Lauderdale with a number of other top industry leaders from this space, to just really meet with him personally and ultimately see if this opportunity aligned. And the goal of kind of going there was to just really get questions answered, understand the vision, the heartbeat of the company. And as we sat and listened and learned about MWR Life and the travel club that we would be promoting, so many boxes got ticked for Heather and I from a business perspective. And honestly, we just became so incredibly excited about being part of this early leadership team and growing this brand into new countries, which is exactly what we're doing. So, fast forward to today, a year later, we are building one of the fastest growing teams here in Canada. We have ambassadors coming in obviously North America, but other markets as well. We have built very robust onboarding systems. So if you're listening here tonight saying, okay, I don't have any experience in, promoting a digital travel club or working in the social selling, we're going to get into that. We have onboarding systems. We have a fantastic community, just amazing, amazing ambassadors of all different ages, some men, some women, some couples. And ultimately, what we're seeing is that we are traveling more. So it's been an absolute blast, and we're going to take the next 30 minutes or so and just get into some of the reasons that made it make sense to us.
Yeah, it really has universal appeal, doesn't it? And that's something that's very unique about this opportunity is that everybody loves to travel, right? Everybody wants to travel more, or most people, I should say. And what impressed us is the size of the industry. Now, Krista and I have always been consumers of the travel industry since we were little. We have parents that prioritize travel who still do. And we have been lucky enough to see a lot of places in the world, but we still have a giant bucket list. And so this was very appealing to us was, the size of this industry. So a business in the travel space where it's the world's biggest industry worth over 10 trillion and growing, projected to hit 15 by 2030. It's bigger than beauty, wellness, or tech. And so many people are prioritizing travel. Travel is one of those things in this highly digitized world where, we may be more connected than ever digitally, but we're more disconnected than ever personally. And travel is one of those things that allows you to reconnect with yourself, but also reconnect with your loved ones and truly create memories that last.
Okay, so that's incredible when you're looking at a business. You want a big growing industry like the travel space. But what's also important from a business perspective is to look at some of the trends that are converging around your particular opportunity. So, once again, the product that we are promoting is a digital travel club membership powered by Travel Advantage, and it's owned by the company MWR Life. Now, when we look at this opportunity and product as a whole, there's three very interesting trends that converge. First of all, AI. AI is here to stay. It's integrated into everything we do right now. And lucky for us, not only is AI integrated into our travel club membership, which Heather will show you in just a minute, it's also very much integrated into our business model. Now let's talk digital products. Most of you, I'm sure, at some point have used or know of a digital product. Digital products provide online reach. They are global, and this company is certainly global and operating in over 150 countries and growing. And from a business perspective, you'll see this when I walk you through the compensation plan at the end, very low overhead. So that the travel app is a digital product, but it's also driven by a membership-based business model. This is really important. So as members of the club, as users, as people who want to travel, you'll experience things like discounts. You will get convenience. You will experience opportunities to do things that non-members don't. We are used to memberships, and that's exactly what our consumers get to experience. From a business owner, though, there's also benefits. When you are promoting an AI-driven digital membership, you get to tap into something called reoccurring income. And again, I'll show you what that looks like when I take you through the comp plan. But all in all, looking at this large umbrella industry of travel and these smart trends that were converging, the thing that Heather and I loved the most was that this is promoted using the network marketing social selling industry, one that we love and are very, very familiar with via MWR Life.
Love all those trends. Okay, so we talked about the industry. We talked about some trends that kind of make this product all make sense. But let's talk about today's travel experience from a consumer perspective, because at the end of the day, you need to be able to have a product that delivers results and helps people with, something that they're experiencing that might need help with, right? So travel's expensive. We will all agree it can be very expensive for people. Many people overpay without even realizing it. Prices online can be inconsistent. They're hard to compare. It's a very dynamic space that we live in on the travel side. And at the end of the day, though, I know Krista and I, like, we love to book our travel on our own, and most people do. This is a trend that is not going away. But we don't want to have to spend hours searching for things. We want it to be easy, but we also want to be able to trust where it is that we're booking. Okay, so these are all things that travelers are experiencing. So this is our product, Travel Advantage. And this is where we're able to help with some of those pain points that people are experiencing today's booking process. We have access to booking most things travel related. You can see here, hotels. We have an AI trip planner. We could book activities. We get to accrue different types of points. We have life experiences, which are trips that are made just for our members. They're curated travel life experiences. We get to be rewarded for referring the club to other people if we decide to be an ambassador. We can tap into our travel free program after 12 months of being a loyal member. And last but not least, we do have a Trustpilot rating of 4.8 out of 5. Okay, so I'm going to take you into the club and just show you around a little bit. So Travel Advantage is the product. So we are ambassadors with MWR Life, but the product that we get to promote is called Travel Advantage. This is what it looks like when you log in on your desktop. We do have a new app that's coming this summer, a brand new app with all sorts of updates. We're very, very excited for that to come. So lots of innovation, and this is a proprietary product. So we own everything related to this product. Okay, it's proprietary to MWR Life. So you can see at the top, we have loyalty points and we have travel credits. These are a couple of different types of points that we get to accrue as members. Okay, loyalty points are just that. They get dropped into our account every single month as our membership renews. Okay. We have almost 3,000 loyalty points, very soon to have well over that because our membership is about to renew. So we're about to have 240 drop into our account. And that's amazing because what's really amazing is that we have this little travel savings account building, but we only ever paid for those loyalty points the first month. Okay. So every single, because we've referred the club to other people, we're getting those loyalty points dropped in without having to pay for our membership. It's actually covered with residuals that we're earning now in our business. We also have the ability to earn travel credits and think of those like a reward for using the club. So loyalty points are earned by being a loyal member. Travel credits are earned by using the club to make bookings. Okay. And these are like a little bit of cash back as a thank you from Travel Advantage every time you book something in the club. And you can use those whenever you want to bring down the cost of your trip. Loyalty points can be used different places in different amounts. You can't use them all in one place on a chunk, but you can use them in different ways to bring down the cost of whatever it is that you're booking. Okay. So I first before I take you into the club tour, I did want to talk about our life experiences. And these are those curated trips that are for members only. And you'll notice there's a certain amount of loyalty points at the top of each of these experiences that we could use. We can book unlimited life experiences throughout the year, and different loyalty points we can use to bring the cost down. Now, Krista and I have actually been members for just over a year, so we've actually unlocked our trip that's covered for two by with loyalty points. So if you're seeing one that says 24 or 54 loyalty points, those are ones that we could actually book and have 100% covered with loyalty points for two people. Okay. The other ones have a max loyalty points, and those are kind of our more special life experiences. So our deluxe ones, our mega ones, we have themed ones. But I'm just kind of going to go through here so you can kind of see all the different types that we have. You can go to Tibet. You can go to Madeira Island. You can head to Toronto for a life experience. You can do river cruises on the Danube. All sorts of different incredible places that you get to visit. And what this is going to do is actually just going to give you ideas of places that you want to go. We have these very cool themed life experiences. We have Formula One. We actually have a Paris Fashion Week themed life experience. We have a Ferrari themed life experience. And of course, we have beach getaways and all sorts of different types of destinations that you can go to. Tokyo, there's been a few popping up in Japan, and Krista and I would love to go to Japan. It's on our bucket list for sure. So again, these are just incredible places that you get to visit, and you get to decide, where you want to go and where you want to experience. Okay, so those are the life experiences. I'm going to show you a quick little tour of some different places that, or different ways that you could use the club. So who likes to book hotels? We book hotels all the time. Okay. And so I live in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and I was just actually looking up properties for someone today, and I was super impressed with some of the deals that I was able to get. Halifax is an expensive place to book hotels in the summer because we have a lot of tourists. And, I put a few days in August, which again is very high season here, and was able to find some absolutely incredible deals. So the Sutton Place always comes up with some great deals here. 43% discount. This is a 5-star property. It's gorgeous. I've stayed there several times in downtown Halifax. So if these came up, this would absolutely be the one that I would choose. You can see the regular prices compared against booking.com. We have an algorithm that goes out and pulls that price. And then you can then scroll over just to see the member savings. So I have this set to Canadian dollars. Just because I live in Canada, but I just want to show you that like we are Elite Turbo members, and there's different categories of membership. It's by far the one that we sell the most and we recommend. But this one is giving me over, $650 in savings, which is incredible. Again, this is a 3-night stay in downtown Halifax. I think I put a Thursday to Saturday in, or Wednesday to Saturday. But yeah, these are fantastic prices. And so just wanted to show you a little bit of how the hotel part looks like. Now, villas are new to our club. And if you are someone who likes to book places for you and your girlfriends to go. Maybe you like to have, you maybe you're the one that's in charge of, booking your family vacations. So these ones, you're going to love these villas because this is a new network that just got loaded. So I actually went in and found this one. I put a 7 night stay in September. This is a beautiful time of year to go to Portugal. Chris and I are actually going to Portugal in September. And I just wanted to show you, this is the kind of property. So this is actually a 6 bedroom property. It's in the Algarve and it's just back from the beach. It is stunning. It's near one of the golf properties. It's just a little bit past Albufeira, and heading west. If you know Portugal, it just looks like a stunning property. So again, think of a multi-family visit. When I worked out the price, it was 300 Canadian a night per room, for this huge home, 6 bedroom villa. So anyways, there's all sorts of gorgeous ones. I just wanted to show that one as an example because it's a pretty cool property. Now, when you're in the Algarve, you're probably also going to be using it for booking activities. And our activities part is amazing. We have almost 1,600 activities here in the Algarve. So I just put that in and I'm like, okay, we're going to plan, Krista, we need to plan some activities when we're there for 10 days in September. We'll definitely do that through this booking app. So all sorts of beautiful things, lots of things on the water. Of course, you're right on the ocean. And you can put top sellers in. You can filter this however you want, but all sorts of great ideas are going to pop up for you to do, and you can book that all ahead of time. Okay, and last but not least, before we take you back to the presentation, is our AI trip planner. And I stayed on the Portugal theme because there is an island off the coast of Portugal that I would actually love to go to, and it's called Madeira. There's actually a life experience to Madeira right now, but we have some beautiful properties there. Again, this is a proprietary app, and we have relationships with lots of incredible people. It existed in Europe before it's come to North America. So we find that there's so many fantastic properties. So I just put in Madeira. Again, I put it in September for a few days. This looks like a beautiful island, and lots of really great properties came up right away at great prices. And then again, with AI Trip Planner, you could put in what it is that you like to do, and it's going to actually curate some different things for you to do. We've got some wine tasting, we've got some hiking, there's a dolphin experience. So all sorts of great things that you can do in this beautiful island. Self-guided hiking to a waterfall. These are all things I would love to do. So anyhow, just wanted to quickly show you our AI trip planner. We do have the update to the AI trip planner coming very soon. This is just version 1, but it's amazing right now. But we will have more and more enhancements because the owner of MWR Life does own an AI company. So I'm not going to get into the memberships with regards to Travel Advantage, but I will tell you there are different levels of memberships that run from $20 monthly for our VIP membership, which is super basic, gives you access to activities and hotels, right up to our Elite Turbo membership, which is what Krista and I have, where we get, double points every single month. We have access to everything in the club. We get to accrue things like loyalty points, just for being a member, and, all sorts of great benefits to that membership. So if you are curious about what the actual travel memberships are, we'd be happy to share more information. But tonight I'm going to pass it back to Krista to talk about what it looks like to become an ambassador.
Awesome. Yes, so many enhancements in that club for sure. You go ahead, Heather, to the next slide. So let's look at the company. Okay, so the company behind MWR Life, or behind Travel Advantage, the company that owns Travel Advantage Travel Club, is MWR Life. And this is the company that you will be an ambassador with. So some of the things that were important to us when we looked at this: the company is debt-free and privately owned. So those were 2 check marks that we wanted to check. It's been operating now for almost 10 years in the travel space in over 150 countries. So check again, established company with new opportunities. That's kind of the sweet spot when you look at a company like this. Attracting top industry leaders like Heather and myself, as I mentioned off the top of the call. We have worked in this space for 20 years. We've built to the top of another company. We are seeing other industry leaders come in and be attracted to this for all the reasons that Heather's already shared. But you'll see also when I talk about the compensation plan. We have over 500,000 members and growing using the Travel Club app every day, saving money, experiencing life, being able to, have all the perks that come into being part of a travel club. We have an incredibly innovative corporate team who works very closely with the field, and this is important as well. We are growing this brand together to become a household name, and Heather and I love that part of this build. We have seen so many enhancements and really just getting started. There's so many more things to come for the rest of 2026. And really just a great time to be part of this build. And last, we are seeing unprecedented growth both in 2025, but also certainly so far in 2026. Okay, so what does it look like to actually become a brand ambassador and start a business with MWR Life? It's actually pretty simple, you guys. You are going to sign up as an MWR Life ambassador for $99 US. What that gives you is your own website link. It gives you academy training. It gives you back office reports and essentially allows you to share the travel club with your network and be able to build a business. Okay. Now, this business that you're going to build is really dependent on what you want it to be. Essentially, in a social selling business, what you're doing is you're sharing a product, which in this case is an AI-driven digital travel club with your network. And you can do that in so many different ways. Some people use social media, some people don't use social media at all. Some people will reach out to their network directly. Some people will meet face to face, have a cup of coffee. Some people will just invite people to jump on and listen to a call like this that Heather and I are doing. And really there's the sky is the limit. So don't let maybe you think, oh, I'm not sure if I know enough people or I'm not good at social media. Don't let that be a deterrent. We have seen many different people build in many different capacities with this model. What I love about this industry is that you get to scale the business to your desired income goal. When I was first introduced to social selling 20 years ago, it wasn't that I didn't have a good income. I had a very high paying corporate job. I worked in the pharmaceutical industry. But what I didn't own was my time. I did not have that ability to work hard in the hours that worked for me. And that's what drew me and Heather as well, but a lot of people to this space, the ability to really scale the business based on the hard work you put in. But the kicker is that you get to do those hours when you choose, where you choose. So you can really, have that flexibility. And last but not least, as if you come in as an ambassador in our growing community and team, you will be part of our onboarding system. It's called the Freedom Lounge. This is just, starting to evolve. We have such a robust system already. We have so many tools that we're putting in place for our team. So really you come in, you get plugged in, and you can really just follow along with systems that have already been put in place for you to build, which we absolutely love.
Okay, so we wanted to just talk a little bit about why this opportunity is unique. So you might have experience in a product-based business in the past, or maybe you don't. Regardless, building a digital residual income stream means that you don't need to worry about things that businesses that have physical products need to worry about. So we don't worry about shipping fees. We don't worry about stock running out. We actually don't do month end. So if you have ever been involved in a sales organization from a product side where there's month end flushing, that rush to month end and closing the month end can be stressful every single month. And that is not something that we experience here with this business. You can absolutely work this from anywhere. It scales very, very easily. Your income can grow faster than your time. And this is what we call time leverage. So as you build and grow a team, and this is truly a global opportunity, as Krista indicated, you are able to work flexibly, support your team, tap into systems that allow your business to scale easily and effortlessly. You're also not capped. And this is always something that I've loved about this industry of network marketing is that, when you work for somebody else, you're often told what it is that you're worth. And oftentimes you're working a 40-hour work week, then you've got a salary cap, and you often work more than 40 hours, right? But in this particular opportunity, there's no salary ceiling. So Chris is going to go over the income possibilities here next, and it's really, really impressive. And your growth can be tied to your efforts. Okay, good news, bad news. It's tied to your effort. It's also tied to the leadership that you plug into, but also the leader that you become, and then the systems that you can plug into. So duplication is part of what's important in a business like this is being able to help people get onboarded, as Krista talked about, and be able to get up to speed and ask people to take a look relatively easily. This is a business model that does build momentum over time with each new customer or business partner that can add to your foundation that grows. Think of memberships. We're just sharing memberships. We're teaching other people to share this incredible travel membership, and we're building a network of members that are part of MWR Life and Travel Advantage. And it's absolutely perfect for the way we want to live. It's digital, it's mobile, it's global, it's automated. It's perfect for how people want to live and work today, which is often in a very flexible manner.
Okay, so how do we earn? This is a business, so it's important that you understand how you make money sharing the travel app. So the compensation plan is one of the most robust Heather and I have ever put our eyes on. We've worked in this space, as we've mentioned, a couple of times, 20 years, and had the opportunity to obviously to look at, different companies' pay plans. What I love about this one is that yes, it leverages. So it provides time leverage. It's very scalable, but it also has a reoccurring income component, which is really important. We actually get paid in 9 different ways. I'm not going to take you through all the different ways we get paid. There's a deep dive in the comp plan if you're somebody that likes to just see all of that in detail. But here's the kind of overview of what you can expect. We earn money immediately when we share the club with somebody else and they become a new member. You also get compensated when you help your team bring new members into the club. We also earn reoccurring money, and that happens when the memberships renew. So that's a unique part of this comp plan, and I'll show you what that can look like on a bigger scale in just a second. There's incredible weekly growth bonuses. We call those boost bonuses, and they range anywhere from 600 US to 1200 US, and you can unlock those at in only the second level of our compensation plan. So if you're a mover and shaker, and you're someone who loves to chase bonuses, there's that ability to do that. And you can earn that bonus every single week. There's car bonuses. Heather and I unlocked our car bonus fairly early on. There's travel incentives. We're headed to Marrakesh on the presidential trip in September, which we've earned. We also have earned different life experience vouchers, so opportunities to absolutely earn travel. There's tax write-offs. If you've never worked in a business like this, you'll be surprised at all the things you can actually write off for your business. It is a willable asset. And as you'll see on this next slide, there is a very wide range of earnings that's possible. Now, there's a lot of numbers on this screen. I'm not going to go through them all, but here's what I want to share with you. And if you're anything like me, if you're looking at this kind of a business model for the first time, which I was 20 years ago when I first looked at the social selling business model, you might be surprised to see the wide range of earnings that's possible. So let me quickly dissect this slide for you. If you look over on the far left-hand side of your screen, you'll see a column called rank. Ranks basically start at the silver rank all the way up to the black royal rank, and you rank through the comp plan based on the total members in your organization. So organically, as new travel club members come into the club and become part of your organization, your membership base grows and you move through the ranks. It's as simple as that. As you move through the ranks, you get to unlock different parts of the pay plan, but the two main buckets of our pay plan, the dual team residuals and the builder bonuses. So basically what that means is, when you bring new members into the club, you get that immediate money. When the members renew, you get that reoccurring money. Those two main buckets of the pay plan look like this. So this accounts for those two main parts. If you look far over on the right-hand side of your screen, you're going to see a column called Total Expected Monthly Commissions, okay? So this is what you can expect to earn on a monthly basis based on these two parts of our pay plan. And we do get paid in US dollars. So for those Canadians joining us today, that's important to note. You can see here at only a third of the way through the comp plan, the total expected monthly commissions is about 5,000 US. Now that does not account for all the different bonuses you can tap into. So you could see that range anywhere from 5 up to about 8,000. That's a significant amount of income that you can earn for only a third of the way through this comp plan. And we have a number of people that have already achieved that. You can see it halfway through the compensation plan. This is where, again, to paint that picture for someone who wants to become a professional in this space, as Heather and I have done, you can be earning in the 50,000 US monthly. This is possible for many reasons. First of all, it's a well-oiled machine when it comes to product development. It's a lean business model. It's a business that is, really made to scale. And if you're somebody who wants to come in, put the work in, build a significant team with this brand, as we've seen people do already in this first short year in North America, the compensation is available. So I paint this picture for you simply so that you understand the range. Some people come in, they want to earn that extra $300 to $500 a month to have a little bit of extra travel money. That is possible, but if you're somebody who wants to come in and rank through these levels, build to those upper levels, that's possible as well.
So much is possible. So what are you saying yes to? Well, you're definitely saying yes to something fun and lucrative. You'll be partnering with Krista and I and our amazing leaders on our team to, build the business that you desire. Really, like this is up to you to decide what this looks like. It's a business model that can be really fun. It's very community driven, but it also can be very lucrative. As Krista just showed you, this is a business and it's a huge opportunity. You get to be part of our early leadership team. We are building and growing right across this country. There is so much opportunity to lead and grab market share in your particular province or state, or really anywhere around the world. We are seeing massive growth with this company. We are entering into new markets, all the time. We are building and growing. We're getting people reaching out from all sorts of different places, asking if they can join. And so this is, truly a company that is in huge momentum and growing in an industry that is not growing right now. So that's one thing that, we want to impress upon you is that MWR Life is seeing record growth, and it's really, really exciting. You are saying yes to a travel lifestyle. Do you want to travel more? Do you want an excuse to travel more? You will prioritize travel in that next trip, just by being a member of this within this product and also an ambassador. And you will be able to say yes to more experiences, more life experiences. You're saying yes to a community of great people. This is not really the reason often people say yes to an opportunity in network marketing, but it's often the reason people stay. And, we encourage you to say yes to, our next retreat that we do for our team, the next company conference. Because you will truly not only get MWR Life in you, but you will also meet incredible people. And you're saying yes to personal growth and leadership. People often say that these are businesses disguised as personal growth opportunities. And that's exactly what this is. You can lean into building new skills. Krista and I are building new skills all the time. We are not social media experts. We're learning as we go. We're learning technology skills. And we're becoming better leaders each and every day. And, without a business like this, I'm not sure we would push ourselves to grow in the way that we do. And so, if you're not growing, you're dying really. And so I think that, this is important because I think as we age, it's important to always find ways to grow. And this is a business model and an industry that gives you the ability to do that.
Well, it's been our pleasure here to be able to share all of this with you this evening, and we thank you for joining us. We just want to leave you with our favorite quote. It says, "Travel, the only thing you buy that makes you richer." It applies, of course, in this business model, but truly, travel is one of those things that is so universal, and it's just such a life changer for so many of us. At our last conference, we were asked, at the beginning of the day to if we could remember some of the material things that we had been given over the last last 5 years, and most people couldn't, but we could all remember the first trip we took, even if we were 5 years old. So it definitely has that appeal. And that's exactly what we are prioritizing by partnering with this brand. So there's really three options. You can join as a traveler and just be part of the club, be able to experience the benefits that we shared. You can come in and decide to share the club a little as an ambassador, and that could look something like sharing it with a few of your close friends, family members. Getting 3 members enrolled in the club would actually allow you to have your membership covered. So some people like to do that. And then three, you could choose to do as Heather and I have done, and you could build and earn an income stream using this product, this incredible company. We will lock arms with you and help you every step of the way. And certainly that is our favorite option. So again, thank you so much for being here. We invite you to continue the conversation with whoever invited you to the call, should you have more questions. And certainly we would look forward to working with you. Thanks very much, everyone, and bye for now.
Thanks, everyone.